Find your way to your mat on your back and close your eyes. Settle into the earth here and allow your body to be held and supported. Laying on the floor in this moment, witness the rhythm of your breath as it breathes itself. Soften your jaw and invite a soft smile to your lips. Now is a time for being. No doing, just rest, relax, and bear witness to this moment. Begin to scan your body as you relax each part of yourself. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in to the count of 4. Hold your breath and then slowly exhale to the count of 6. As you breathe in, feel your lungs receiving the air with a smile. And as you breathe out, expel all of the thoughts, emotions, and habits which do not serve you. Empty your mind into your exhalation. Now breathe in, engaging your abdominal muscles and pressing your back into the floor as you bend your knees, lifting your feet up. Straighten both legs, point and flex your feet. Spread and then squeeze your toes. Roll your ankles. Lift your arms and roll your wrists forward 3 times. Roll your wrists backwards 3 times. This posture can help improve your circulation by redirecting the blood flow. Bend your knees and clasp onto the back of your thighs. The next time that you exhale, lift your head off the floor so you're in the shape of a ball. Begin pumping your feet to start to rock backward and forward, massaging the spine as you gently roll. Continue with this motion until you roll forward into a seated position. Now let's extend our legs one at a time to move into Dandasana, staff pose. Fill up your lungs as you lift your arms out and up to the sky. Bring your palms together overhead and then exhale. Bring your hands down to heart center and hinge forward from the waist, walking your hands down your legs toward your feet. Release your head. Feet should be actively flexed and lean forward into the fold. Breathe and release all the tension from your face. The next time you breathe in, lift your head and walk your hands back to your body. Leave your legs extended in staff pose, or you can move into easy pose with your legs crossed. Take a deep, nourishing, slow breath in. Exhale and gently drop your chin to your chest, feeling a nice stretch in the back of your neck. Inhale and roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Exhale, roll back to center. Repeat on the other side. Move slowly and allow the breath to invite your motion as you mindfully move from side to side. The next time your head is centered, inhale and lift your gaze. Now lift your arms to shoulder height and begin drawing circles as you breathe in. Move at your own pace and then reverse directions. Let's move into table pose, Varmanasana. If needed, pad your knees with a blanket, towel, or cushion. Adjust so that your knees are under your hips and your wrists are under your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide and look down between your hands to keep the back and neck long. Tuck your toes and let's explore a little balancing act. As with all balancing postures, the body follows the gaze and the breath. If those two things are steady, your body will easily know how to balance. So focus your gaze and breathe in as you stretch your right leg back. Lift your leg so it's parallel to the floor. Press through the heel toward the wall behind you. On your next inhale, extend your left hand forward with the thumbs pointing toward the sky. Point your toes of your extended leg down to square your hips. Imagine balancing a cup of tea on the small of your back. Let's test our balance a little more. Breathe in and lengthen through the limbs. As you exhale, round the spine, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale and elongate, reaching through your fingers and your toes. Exhale, round into a ball. Curl the navel into the spine. Inhale and expand. Exhale, contract. Mindfully lower your leg and return to table. Tuck your toes and extend your right leg out behind you. Rotate your left foot 45 degrees to the left, off the mat. Begin to simultaneously turn your hips as you lift your right arm up to the sky. Your right foot is grounded. Press into the outside edge of that foot. Your right hip stacks directly over your left hip. Your chest is opening. Arm is lengthened, reaching through the fingertips to either the ceiling or you can reach in the opposite direction of your leg. Feel your ribs expand as you breathe here. Focus your gaze and balance. Engage your buttocks and lift the right leg up. Flex your foot and hold. Explore further by bending the right knee and grasping onto your right foot. Open your heart to the sky. Now slowly return your foot to the floor, moving back to table. Adjust so that your knees are under your hips and your wrists are again under your shoulders. Look down between your hands, press into your palms to drop your shoulders slightly away from your ear. Breathe in as you tuck your toes, activate your core, and lift your knees 1 inch off the mat. Exhale and begin to push your palms into the mat until your belly touches your thighs. Now slowly extend your legs. Imagine there's a golden thread pulling your tailbone up toward the ceiling. Breathe in through the nostrils and open your mouth wide as you exhale. Now ground through your palms, and on your next inhale, lift the right leg up behind you. Reach through the heel, toes facing down, and keep the hips squared. Start to turn your hips so they're stacked one on top of the other. Bend at the knee and open your hips wider, making circles in one direction. And then reverse directions as you breathe. Guide your hips back to center so they're squared again. Lower your right leg to meet the left, back in downward dog. Breathe in and lift your right leg again. Reach through the toes and then exhale. Shift your weight forward as you round your spine, bringing your right knee toward your nose. Inhale and expand once again. And then exhale, round through the spine, shifting forward, and step your right foot in between your hands. Don't worry if your foot doesn't make it all the way to the top of the mat. This came to me through practice. Guide your foot into a right-legged lunge. Deep inhale. Now plant your left palm firmly onto the mat. Exhale and twist at the waist to the right side of the room. Right arm reaches to the sky. Lunge twist. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed in the front and back leg. Focus your gaze on the ceiling and let your breath flow in and out as you twist and reach a little further. Turn to look at your left hand and then lower your arm, returning to a forward-facing lunge. Press into your palms, inhale, and lift your right foot. Exhale, lower your right leg, returning to downward dog. Lower your knees to the floor, spread your knees wide apart, and then melt your belly to the floor as you walk your hands out into child's pose, so you can collect your breath for a few beats. Breathe in as you lift your torso, walking your hands back towards your body. Sit back on your heels for a moment. Let's release some tension by rolling our wrists. Shake out your fingertips. Let's meet again in downward facing dog for a moment, and then walk your hands back to your feet. So you're in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale as you elongate through the spine, lifting through the crown of your head, and then exhale, release into the fold. Let's repeat that again. One more time, breathing in to expand, and then exhale, fold deeply. Return to stillness in your forward fold, and walk your hands back out. We'll meet in downward dog. Ground through your palms, and as you breathe in, lift the left leg up behind you. Reach through the heel, toes facing down, and keep your hips squared. Start to turn and open so your hips are stacked one on top of the other again. Bend at the knee and open your hips even wider. Begin making circles in one direction, and then reverse directions as you breathe. Guide your hips back to center so they're squared again. Lower your left leg to meet the right in downward dog. Fill your lungs with air, and then exhale. Release it all out. Breathe in and lift your left leg up again. And then exhale, shift your body weight forward, round the spine, and bring your left knee towards your nose. Inhale and expand once again. Exhale, round through the spine, shifting forward, and step your left foot in between your hands, moving into a left-legged lunge. Look forward and breathe in, and then exhale as you twist at the waist to the left side of the room. Left arm reaches to the sky. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed again between your front and back leg. Focus your gaze and let your breath flow in and then out. Turn to look at your right hand and then lower your arm. Returning to a forward-facing lunge, press into your palms and breathe in as you lift your left foot to the back of the room again. Exhale, lower your left leg, returning to downward-facing dog, and then you can lower your knees to the floor into table pose. Tuck your toes and extend your left leg out behind you. Rotate your right foot 45 degrees to the right, off the mat. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Repeat anything you did on the other side. We are breathing into the side body. Imagine the space between your ribs opening with each inhale. Feel free to lift your leg and balance with strength. Or grab onto your foot and open your chest toward the sky. Now slowly return your foot to the floor, moving back into table. Tuck your toes, extending your left leg back, and then lift it up off the floor. And now lift and extend your right arm. Inhale, lengthen through the limbs, and then as you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale and elongate. Exhale, come into a ball. Repeat that flow one more time. And then mindfully lower your leg and return to table. Sit back on your heels. Come onto your buttocks in staff pose or easy pose with the legs crossed. Sit tall with an elongated spine. Inhale, feel the crown of your head lifting. On your next exhale, gently drop your chin to your chest. And then breathe in and roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Exhale, roll back to center. Inhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Return to center, lift your head and look to the right. Now look to the left, and then look straight ahead, lifting your shoulders to your ears, round them to the front of the room, and then lower them back down as you exhale. Remember to move slowly. Reverse directions, and now settle back into stillness. Fill your lungs up with air as you bring your arms together overhead. Exhale and draw your palms down to heart center. If your legs were crossed, extend them out into staff pose. Float your arms back down to your lap. Walk your hands down your legs to your feet. On your next exhale, release your head and release into the forward fold. Breathe in and lift your head. Roll all the way up and then slowly all the way down to your back. Melt into the mat and let all of your muscles relax. Release and feel supported by the earth. Straighten both legs, lift them up so the soles of the feet are parallel with the ceiling. Give your ankles a few rolls in one direction as you breathe. And then reverse direction. Lift your arms and roll your wrists forward 3 times. Now roll your wrists backwards 3 times. Slowly release your arms and legs back down to the mat and close your eyes. Relaxing everything as you lay here, supported by the earth with your breath. Place your hands on your stomach and begin to breathe deeply into your belly. Set an intention to carry this feeling of inner peace with you off of the mat and into your day. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel.